In this walkthrough, I'll show you how a wallet app like Pouch can link multiple balances to one customer in Blnk. Let's say the customer is James Carter. James has a main wallet, a savings wallet, and a card wallet. Instead of treating those balances separately, would connect all of them to one customer identity. I'll start by creating an identity for James. And when I create the identity, I'll be making use of the identity endpoint. And then I'll include his first name, his last name, his email address, and any other custom data I would like to add. I'll add that to the metadata. When I create it, one important thing I need from the response is the identity ID, because that is what we're going to use to create all the balances that will be linked to James. And I'll go on to put it here. So to create a balance in Blnk, I'm going to make use of the balance endpoint. And it's important that you include the ledger ID, which you get when you create the ledger. I can also go onto Cloud and copy the ledger ID right here. Then I'm going to impute the identity ID, the currency in which the balance will hold money in. And in this case, I'm going to make use of USD. And I can also add any other metadata I would like to include. And if you go onto Cloud, you'll see that that has been created. So I'll just head over to identity. You see that James Carter has been created, and there's one balance that's linked to him. Making use of that identity ID, also go on to the savings wallet to create a savings wallet balance for him. And then I'll make use of pounds this time, and let's send that. And I'll do the same thing for the card wallet. But this time I'm going to show you how to create the balance in Cloud. So we're over to Cloud, and we're going to, you can see that the balance we just created is reflecting here. So we're going to go to create balance, and this time I'm going to include the ledger that the balance we're creating would belong to. I'm going to set the currency to be USD, that's dollars. And let's add the wallet type, call it card wallet. And the purpose for this would be, let's say, virtual card payments. And we're going to assign an owner to this balance, and that will be James Carter. And then I'll go on to create the balance. As you can see, this has been successfully created. Now, let's say James wants to make a transfer from his main wallet to his card wallet. To do this, we'll first fund his main wallet. And to fund his main wallet, I'm going to make use of the transaction endpoint. I'm going to put in the amount that I want to send, precision, that is how much to convert it to this floating point value. And since this is a dollar transaction, that's going to be 100. I'm going to include the reference, which is the unique ID for the transaction that will serve as your idempotency key. And this is the source of the transaction, which shows that money is coming from outside the ledger. And this could be through Stripe or an external bank account. In this case, it's Stripe. And the destination of this transaction is James' main wallet. So I'm going to go to main wallet to get the balance ID of that main wallet. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to put it right here. Afterwards, include the description of what the transaction is for, and I'm going to set allow overdraft to be true, because this is a funding source and I want Blnk to record the transaction even if Stripe's paying balance goes negative, and then go on to add your custom information in the metadata. I'm going to send that and see that we have successfully funded James' main wallet. Now, to make the transfer from the main wallet to the card wallet, I'm going to show you how to do that in Cloud. So I'm going to go to Cloud and go to transactions, and you can see the transaction that we just recorded, funding James' main wallet. So go on and click on create transaction. Let's say we're going to send $50, going to be in USD. The precision to be 100. The source of the transaction will be James' main wallet. Destination of the transaction will be James' card wallet. Let's call this transfer to card wallet as description. We're going to use a metadata. Saved transaction type would be card wallet funding, and let's say the product is pouch card. This time I'm not going to apply overdraft because this is a customer's balance. You don't want a situation where your users can send more than what they actually have in their balance. So currently James has $250, and if he wants to send, let's say, $10,000, we don't want that transaction to go through because James has insufficient funds. So I'm not going to apply overdraft for this transaction. And then let's go on to create this transaction. I'm going to refresh this, and I can see this transaction went through successfully. So this is something you should bear in mind whenever you want to link multiple balances to one customer identity. And that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next. Bye.